Hey my friend, the guys over at Kit Plugins have got a brand new plugin. It's called Blackbird Chamber A, and I think it not only sounds superb, but it's an absolute joy to use. Let's dive straight in. Yeah, so what I really like about this plugin particularly is how well it's thought out and what it's like to use it. So the top half here is all about mic choice, about mic placement, and source choices as well. And then the bottom half here is elements of the Neve channel strip from their previous plugin, the BBN105, which I rate super highly. So you've really got a very natural working process, starting off with where you choose to place the mics. And what that gives you, rather than just a sort of knob twiddling inside the box feel, is it gives you a real feeling of mic placement and understanding of mic placement, and it takes you through the process, and it's just a lot more fun to use than just twiddling some boring knobs inside just another plugin, and it sounds superb. So in the Blackbird Studio A, they have a movable ceiling, which is super cool. And you can recreate that by moving the slider here or just grabbing the mics too, so you really feel quite hands-on there. And you can choose between three pretty awesome mic choices. You've got the stereo 414 choices here, or you've got a C24 or an R88. I think in particular the C224 is like a well-renowned super mega pricey mic. The R88 I believe is a ribbon, and then a pair of 414s. And you can choose between that movable ceiling, or you can drop any of these mics onto a stand onto the floor. So moving along, next you can choose whether you want the source to be direct, or going through a hi-fi studio monitor, or a PA speaker. And the PA speaker, from reading their manual, is modelled on the same PA speaker that they use within that chamber. You've then got pre-delay control, and you can blend it all in with this mix fader. So first off, let's just play around with this top section. I'm going to just loop some drums. The drums are from Addictive Drums too, and they're really sort of dry room setting. Let's lower down the mic and bring in some of the mix. The ribbon, and the 414s, Okay, so now let's head down to the bottom level and play around with some of these options. So we're going to bring in some saturation now, modelled on Neve style saturation. So you can really push some energy into those drums. And what's really handy is you've got high pass and low pass filters here, so you can clean up that saturation. So if your hats or your cymbals are getting really gnarly at the top there and harsh, you can just dial off the saturation with the low pass filter. Next along, you've got the EQ based on the Neve 4-band EQ, where it's got these fixed frequency points. So for example, if you want to cut out some of these low mids, you can just gently sculpt that sound. And then moving on to the compressor, which can flick between a compressor and ducker. The ducker Kit state as being as having more subtle characteristics than the compressor. So let's dial a little bit of this compression in. full whack. Okay, let's take a listen to our plugin off. And with our chamber A on. Yeah, I think this plugin just sounds great. Just before we move on and take a listen to Chamber A on some vocals, I want to let you know if you're mixing drums right now, I've got a really super handy drum EQ cheat sheet which you can grab for free right now. There's a link below this video. And if you're interested in buying this plugin or any other of Kit plugins, excellent plugins, I can offer you a 10% discount, which also gives a little kickback to Real Home Studio. So thank you in advance. Okay, so now let's bring in Chamber A on some vocals. This is just a simple scratch vocal recorded just here. If I take off Chamber A, you can just take a listen to what that sounds like.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
So I've done some quick processing on it, and in terms of space, there's just a little bit of delay. So let's bring in some of this mix with Chamber A and just take a listen to what's going on.
Stop making it harder on yourself. It's got to be easy for it to help.
Really does sound nice.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
Try the different mics.
It's got to be easy it to help.
And the 414s.
Stop making it harder on yourself. It's got to be easy for it to help.
Let's bring it back under the ceiling.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
Let's listen to that again with the mic much lower.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
So much quicker tail. Let's bring the mic right up to the top of the ceiling.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
As I said at the top of the video, not only do I think this plugin sounds great, but it's also such a joy to use. It's fun going through the different mic choices. It's really fun changing the height and seeing how that affects the reverb, but much more so than endless knob twiddling with a really dull interface. So let's take a listen to the vocal without.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
And then bring in a sense of space with Chamber A.
Stop making it harder on yourself.
Finally, I'm using the Chamber A on a more completed mix. I've dropped it onto the mix bus and I'm using it to get some reverby glue and cohesion to the whole of this home studio recorded mix. So let's just take a listen to where we are without.
My Mr. Bus, there's another one coming soon. The mic is open but the doors are closed. I'm looking back at the boy, staring down at his toes are froze.
So if we bring in Chamber A, what I'm going to do is just crank this right up so we can hear what it sounds like kind of in its extreme.
My Mr. Bus, there's another one coming soon. The mic is open but the doors are closed. I'm looking back.
I'm just going to dial this back down to much more minimal levels.
Look at the boy, staring down at his toes are froze. Those shows left me so cold. Keep the music coming like the act, I'm getting old. See people humming as the
25%, let's just A-B the two.
Mr. Bus, there's another one coming soon. The mic is open but the doors are closed. I'm looking back at the boy, staring down at his toes are froze. Those shows left me so cold. Keep the music coming like the act, I'm getting old. See people humming as they're looking through the rum and coke. But I'm broke, the man spoke, can't he take a joke? I keep fighting year to year. I'm not the sort of person that relates to second gear.
So that's Chamber A from the guys over at Kit Plugins. I think it looks great, I think it sounds great, and it's an absolute pleasure to use. I know I'm going to absolutely get a lot of use out of this plugin in the future. If you want to check out Chamber A and all the other awesome plugins from Kit Plugins, again, I'll leave a link below this video, which includes a 10% discount. Of course, whilst you're there, don't forget to grab that free drum EQ cheat sheet. That's going to be super handy every time when you come to mix drums. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe here on YouTube if you enjoyed this video today. And if you did enjoy this video, you're definitely going to want to check this next one out.